If you are running a home service business, it can be HVAC, plumbing, electrical, any single thing, and you have after hour emergencies. And I don't know, for some reason you keep Googling what is the best AI receptionist. This is because I'm assuming you are losing jobs, you're losing messages, and you are getting reached out by people, and you don't have enough time to reach back out to them. So in this video, I'm comparing 6 best AI receptionists for home service business owners in 2026. They are Good Call, Rosie, Avaka, Dialpad, Jobber's AI receptionist, and Fieldcamp's AI CSR. We will cover the voice quality, channel coverage, whether each one actually books you the job or just takes a message, what's the real pricing like, and at the end I'll tell you which one to pick. So first of all, if you are new to the just getting started with your research, what does an AI receptionist actually do? Like, people are just saying I need an AI receptionist, but first you need to understand what it will actually do, because otherwise you will just buying off-shelf product that doesn't make sense. So it's a software that answers your phone, talks to the caller in natural voice, and either books an appointment or it takes a message. Now, how does an AI answering service work? So a caller dials, the AI picks up, it greets the caller, it asks qualifying question: what's the issue? Is this an emergency? What's the address? And then ultimately it schedules an appointment, or it just creates a draft job, and it can do this based on many factors which we are going to talk about. But here's what changed in 2026. The customer who is going to call you at 9 p.m. They are just not going to contact you or call you. Ultimately, they are going to Google, they are going to find it, and if there's like a text option or if there's like a WhatsApp option, they're going to reach out. So the AI receptionist criteria has doubled. It's just not a voice. It can be overall CSR, which talks on multiple places. So the 6 contenders, let's talk about them. So the first one is Good Call. It's one of the longest running standalone AI voice receptionist. It is strong for small businesses to get started with. The second one is Rosie. It's newer, AI native. It has marketed heavily to the home service businesses, and it has a very nice, simple, intuitive onboarding. Avoka, it's premium AI voice. It targets high-end home service businesses. It is expensive. The voice quality is genuinely the best on the list because they do well, and they have raised a big funding round ultimately to support this mission. Dialpad AI is bundled with Dialpad's business phone system. So if you already use Dialpad, the AI is just a simple add-on, and you should just go ahead and pursue that. Jobber's AI Receptionist, they launched with their field service business like software in 2025, and it's an add-on bolted on Jobber if you already have Jobber ultimately. And lastly, the Fieldcamp AI CSR is the most differentiated in the entire category. They are starting a new era where it actually replicates what a customer service representative is going to be doing. So where the agent sits on Fieldcamp's converged inbox, where data is coming from like voice calls, text message, iMessage, WhatsApp, Instagram, Meta, anywhere on the one screen, and the same AI receptionist or AI CSR is answering to all of them. And powered by Fieldcamp's AI dispatcher, it can actually book job for the right person based on the routes as well. So let's talk about voice quality and naturalness of all of these softwares. So I called every one of these from a real phone, pretending to be a homeowner with a leaking water heater. So Avoca has the most natural voice. It has a brief affirmation like got it, that sounds urgent. If your customer base expects like a high touch expressive experience, then Avoca sounds is the closest to a polished human. The second one is Fieldcamp's AI CSR is second, as I said, because the latency is under 400 milliseconds. It sounds natural enough that most callers, when they played the recording, they didn't even realize it was human. And it does the thing, right? It is supposed to actually book a job. Then there is Rosie. It is pleasant, friendly, occasionally pauses for too long based on the prompt and whatever information you're given. Good Call is competent, but it sounds like 2024 early voice technology, and it's not the best. Dialpad AI is also fine. It's optimized more for like transcription and call summaries rather than AI native receptionist. Jobber sounds the most robotic 2025 era early voice models, and if you just read online reviews, they are mixed. So winner on this is Avoca, and then Fieldcamp ultimately being a second. If you want the entire software, as I said, it's Fieldcamp. Avoca works with Service Titan. Now let's talk about the next section, which decides whether voice only competitors even belong in the conversation. So the question is, can AI receptionist handle WhatsApp, Instagram and SMS? So good call only works with voice. There is no WhatsApp, no IG, no SMS, etc. Rosie is also voice plus basic SMS callback. So you can say that if someone hanged up the call or after a call, send a text summary, it can do that. Avoca is also voice only. Dialpad AI is, I think, voice plus business SMS through Dialpad's number itself. There's no WhatsApp or Instagram. Jobber's AI receptionist is voice only. It doesn't touch Jobber's separate SMS or email features which are there. So the AI receptionist doesn't integrate with it. And Fieldcam's AI CSR runs on the Converge inbox, as I said earlier in the window. So the Converge inbox can bring in data from various points, and this receptionist or AI CSR can send data back to various channels as well. So it can text, it can call, ultimately reply to people, initiate text conversations, etc. So what this does is, Fieldcamp, the reason I love it is because, as I said, the mission is to bring operations closer to the communications. If you want to just use another communications platform, then something like Podium makes sense. But ideally in 2026, you want everything to come back together, because context of things is what's going to matter. So for our home service business in 2026, where roughly 40% of things is inbound, ultimately like leads, and they are non-voice channels, Fieldcamp makes the most sense. If you don't have any leads coming from any other places than voice, Avoca is your best choice, no brainer. Now the another section, which is completing the end-to-end process. Can this AI receptionist actually book appointments? Some can just fill a calendar slot. None can actually fully book end-to-end job based on routes, skills, etc. except Fieldcamp. Most of these AI receptionists, what they do is something like this. So this includes, for example, Rosie, Dalbert, etc. They just look at calendar. If there's an empty slot, just assign it ultimately. And also they check if the person is available or not. Avoca actually helps transfer to real humans if a transaction is approaching. So that's a good thing. Jobber creates a draft job based on the calendar's availability. It doesn't actually fully book it based on routes, skills, etc. But it is one step closer than the first three we talked about. Fieldcamp's AI CSR is powered by Fieldcamp's AI dispatcher. So what that means is the AI dispatching is the algorithm which says that for this job, this text should go. And it tells this to the CSR, so CSR can confirm the appointment with the person. It can triage, for example, it reads the inbound message, it retrieves the context of the entire conversation, if it's a broken XYZ thing, or is this customer had a past service history with us, etc. And then using the AI dispatcher, it actually books the job end to end. And you know what's crazy part about Fieldcamp? They have vision on this AI CSR. None of this AI receptionist actually understands pictures or asks live on call that, hey, can you send me a picture? Analyze the picture and quote it based on price book. Now, the first obvious step ultimately end up in this direction was to just say, hey, let's automate your calling. But when you automate calling, you realize that the quotes, the jobs, etc. actually need to be based on your operational guidelines, your price book, your dispatch, etc. What zones do you service in? What certification technician has? What's the customer history and business full? Everything. So what that means is all of this needs to come back in together, and only two which seems like a leading player in these one is Fieldcamp and Avoca. Because of the funding they have, it seems that they are also going to approach in their direction, where the entire CSR level is going to be integrated into Avoca AI. So the entire process, as I said, you need to listen this carefully. The lead comes in, how the decision of a job being booked is going to be taken is what's most important ultimately, and you should consider this from day one when you start your free trials for these AI receptionists. So the question is an AI receptionist good for HVAC or plumbing? So if good means catching missed calls and taking a message, good call Rosie Jobber works just fine. If good means actually closing the loop, where the lead comes in, reading the photo, diagnosing the job, quoting from your catalog, picking a slot to, for example, a tech can realistically reach based on routes. The right tech should reach, and the tagging, attribution, UTM, medium should be there. And then FieldCam's AI CSR is actually the one that is built for that. So the architecture lesson here ultimately is that AI that takes a message isn't new. AI that completes the entire transaction is something which is. So in this section, as I said, the winner is going to be FieldCam. Lastly, let's talk about pricing. How much does an AI receptionist cost in 2026? If you are wondering this, good call. Rosie, all of them start with around $59, $99 or $79 per base, like per month, and the per minute charges are also just included in their quota. Avacao is $299, just an entry plan. It goes ahead with the enterprise. Dialpad is most cheap, $15 to $40 per seat. Jobber's AI Receptionist is $99 per month add-on based on the Connect plan. So total will be around $268 per month. FieldCam AI CSR is included in all their tiers. So the basic tier starts from $250, but it's usage based. So the more units or more minutes, for example, or more tokens you consume, that's how much it's going to be. So it can be as less as $10, $20, or it can go up to like $100, $200, $300 based on what channels you integrate and how much the AI has to actually work to complete the entire transaction. And before we just close this up, one thing you should know is the setup. So the setup wise, Rosie is the easiest 20-minute setup. A good call is approximately 20-30 minutes. Jobber's AI Receptionist is half a day or 1 day because you have to set up the entire software first. If you're already using it, then it's just like 1 or 2 hours. Dialpad AI is triable if I think you use already Dialpad for your CSR operations. And Avaka, you have to have a white glove onboarding, you talk to them, etc. So entire process can take a while. And FieldCam is the same because you have customizability options in FieldCam. Bringing all the integrations, etc., all of it together is an actual onboarding process. It's just not right off the bat, half day or 1 day it will be working. It does take honestly 2 to 3 days to train the AI CSR, connect things, and make it ultimately working. So winner on the speed is gonna be Rosie. If you want more configurability, white glove onboarding, etc., then Avoca and FieldCam is your solutions. So what's the final verdict? So the best AI receptionist for a small business in 2026 is going to be, for example, Jobber, Rosie, Dialpad. For more medium-sized and enterprise businesses, it's going to be Avoca and FieldCam. Basically, I think based on these two categories, take demos with all of these softwares and then figure out what's best for you. Follow for more videos like this.